Welcome back. You're still tuned into Power Breakfast on CNBC TV18. Let's talk about some key earnings now. Dr.Reddy's reported its Q1 numbers. Ekta Batra is joining us to analyze those numbers and tell us the key highlights. Hey Ekta, good morning.
Hi, thanks for that. Well, yes, for Dr.Reddy's, in fact, if you looked at the headline numbers, they look great. So, for example, the margins were a beat at 34%. We had the profit, which was higher than estimates. But this quarter, it was really supported by a lot of one-offs which came through this time for them. So, for example, they did have a settlement with Indivior on Suboxone generic. So, they received $72 million on account of that. Also, the India sales benefited on account of sale of non-core brands, which was worth around 230 crores. So, this was really what boosted sales overall. Now, in terms of the revenue growth, it was sluggish. That was because North America was down 11% Q-on-Q. India was up 26%. It was aided by the non-core divestment of brands. And Russia was down 9% year-on-year, 53% Q-on-Q due to inventory channel rationalization. Now, however, despite the reported numbers being weak, there are a lot of triggers in place for Dr.Reddy's. So, for example, they said that the EBITDA margins on an adjusted basis were in line with the company's past trend of 21 to 23%. They've maintained their near-term guidance of a single-digit US business, double-digit growth for non-US, at 25% EBITDA with quarterly volatility. And the big one will be that they're launching Revlimid generic, the cancer drug, in September with exclusivity on 2 strengths. So the street will probably forgive them for these numbers and look forward and look at all of the triggers going forward. And that's probably the reaction that we can expect today. Yes, Q1 was definitely unequivocally weak for Dr.Reddy's, but these triggers could probably offset the weakness and result in probably a little bit of optimism from lower levels.
Okay, all right, Ekta, thank you so much for making sense of these numbers. In fact, let us also listen into what company's CEO Erez Israeli had to say on the performance and the outlook going ahead.
Yes, on an adjusted basis, I think it's very consistent with both taking the ups and the downs. Indeed, these are items were part of our business and part of our business model. Suboxone was a case that of a product that we launched and at the time got injuncted in 2018. Basically now, if you wish, we got the money that we deserved 4 years ago. And I'm happy that it's for that resolution. I don't see it as a disappointment. It was very much expected because we had the competition for both Suboxone as well as icosapent from Apotex, something we knew it is coming. In terms of price erosion, it's very much in line of what we saw in other quarters as well. So in that respect, there is no surprise.
And you can catch more of this conversation on Bazaar in a short while from now. Moving on to the 5G spectrum auctions now, they will continue for the 4th day today. Total bids received by the government have crossed 1.5 lakh crore rupees. We learned that the government has seen aggressive bidding in the 700 megahertz band, the mid band and the high band as well. So that is the update, and of course we'll keep getting you more updates as and when we get them. With that, we'll slip into a short break now. I'll get you all the cues from the commodities market. Stay tuned.